Mike Stapleton is Deputy Director General in Queensland's Department of Transport and Main Roads. Mike, welcome to the Tropics.
Well, thank you very much.
I guess Mike, from your perspective, what are some of the big challenges that we're looking at in terms of intelligent transport systems and how they can enhance communities?
Well, from the perspective of a jurisdiction, some of the big issues that we face at the moment, one would be legislation. In Australia we have separate states, as you're well aware. Actually coordinating legislation across states and reshaping it so it can actually cope with connected and even driverless vehicles in the future is a big challenge. We're working with the National Transport Commission and all the other states through the Austroads organisation to actually progress the changes, consistent changes right across Australia that will allow connected vehicles to operate.
So we're looking at, I guess, some sort of uniformity in legislation while, I guess, recognising the different needs of different communities.
Well, for all intents and purposes, there's probably 95% alignment now between the states. It's really that last 5% getting it right and restructuring so that we can actually handle the new type of vehicle technologies and particularly the challenge of driverless vehicles.
Driverless vehicles are the biggest initiative at the moment?
I think they're at the end of the line. There's a long way to go. I mean, there are big issues such as data sharing, which is going to be very important. The whole operation of vehicles will be dependent on the sharing of data across networks and between vehicles. So that's another big issue that we face. And the other issue of interoperability of our systems, of the systems that governments and road operators may have to put in place or will put in place to communicate with vehicles. So they're the types of things that we're looking at and they're challenges that we're working on right now.
And I guess from a Queensland perspective, it's a very broadly diverse, geographically state, isn't it? And I guess that provides its own challenges too.
It does, quite clearly, particularly with connected vehicles. We will see that happening in the populated centres far earlier than it will in rural, remote areas where we've got the capacity to actually support it. So we are looking at uneven take-up of technologies across the states.
So Mike, it looks like it's going to be a fairly busy schedule ahead this week, and there's a lot to talk about obviously in this space. So thanks very much for joining us today, Mike, and all the very best for the conference.